And a lot of times too is like, I think a lot of people are still children in adults' bodies. They're probably in the psychological level of like a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old. They haven't really evolved or taken responsibility. And, it's a fault of many different variables. A lot of times to the parents, to be honest, it's like there's a situation where the parents weren't really parents. They didn't educate
Right.
kids. And the crazy thing is this. A lot of people are hypocrites. They'll be like, and I made a video about this. Do what I say, don't do as I do. But human beings don't behave that way. Babies and humans have mirror neurons. This goes to mimesis. We copy osmotically behavior, characteristics, traits, language, all this stuff through observation.
Right.
Not by you telling me what to do. Right.
And just for the record, much of that observation happens unconsciously.
Right. Yeah. It's like my first language is like Yugoslavian, Bosnian. I never went to fucking school for this shit. I had to go to school for English because English wasn't my first language because my parents didn't speak English when they moved to Canada.
Right.
Right. So I picked up a language. I picked up their aneurysms. I picked up their characteristic traits osmotically. And so when parents are parenting, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Right.
Right. And so then as a child, and this is why it's hard, it's about breaking that chain. Right. You see your mother behave a certain way. If you're a daughter, for the most part, you'll behave that way. If you're a son and you see your father behaving a certain way, most likely you'll behave that way. And so it takes something very rapid, quick, or maybe even slow, for example, psychedelics, to snap you out of your programming over time to realize, wait, a lot of these narratives and stories that I have in my head are not mine at all. There's two categories, I say. People are born with disabilities, both physically and mentally. And at the exact same time, people are born with physical abilities and mental abilities, both from a physical aspect and from a psychological aspect. So there's both pros and cons. The genetics I get from my mom and my dad, I can't change that. Well, not today. Maybe
you get a CRISPR, but yeah. Right.
For now, we can't change it. And then we have epigenetics, which programs my genes, how I behave, and my environment dictates my epigenetics. So it's my social economic class, the type of nutrients I got from my breast milk from my mom, how my mom and my father's relationship was, how it was in the womb. Actually, the womb's most important. Like what was happening when I was in the womb? Was there caffeine intake? Was there argument? Like all this stuff, right? All these stuff plays a role in the epigenetic programming of my genes. And so we have this default package that we're born with. And as we age, as we get older, and let's say maybe this starts happening, people in their like early 30s, let's say, or maybe even younger, you come to a conclusion sometimes for some people, and this is why like psychedelics are good, or yoga is good, or challenging yourself is good, to kind of step away from your natural routine and start challenging your narratives that you have in your mind.
Right.
And it's not about good or bad. It's not like, well, how you think is bad.
Right.
Not that label. Just the very notion that you're willing to be open to the fluidity of different narratives is massive.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see the whole interview, just follow the link up here or down below. And please subscribe for more outrageous clips from my interviews. Thank you. Have a good one. Cheers.